how's it going? I'm Marc Brownstein from the Disco Biscuits. I'm here with Ryan Storm. We're going to do my very first in the history of all-time rig rundown. All right, so let's just start with the 8x10 here. This is an Aguilar 8x10. I switched out to this a couple years ago. I was out on tour with Star Kitchen and we were opening up for the Motet, and I used their gear for a couple days. And the rest of my band was like, you just got to go get that Aguilar system. So we got this Aguilar here, and then we're just powering it simply off of, at first we were rocking an AG700, but I was getting a little bit of clipping going on, so we moved up to the Tone Hammer 700, and that for the most part solved the clipping, but we were still getting a little clipping, so last week we added in 218 sub, and this is being run off of the monitor rig. So they're powering this with the PA power, and then it's basically a PA speaker, and they're putting a PA speaker behind me. 218s. This is a rental. I'll be getting my own in a week or two. And then, if you look down at my pedals, this is ground control here, right? Voodoo Labs ground control, and this is controlling all of my effects pedals, which are on an effects bypass, and just pulling it out. This right here, that's the classic. This is the low pass Mooger Fugger low pass filter, and we hook that up to a bypass, a filter sweep pedal there. Right. This is a classic. This is the Musitronics Mutron 3 pedal. This is the original Mutron 3 that was made back in the 70s. There's also another Mutron 3 that was made by a company called Has in the 90s, and that's a vintage pedal at this point. The remake pedal is also vintage. I carry that on my like travel rig. But this is the original. This is like the Jerry Mutron pedal, right, where he gets that super watery sound, envelope filter. This right here is just a Boss synthesizer pedal. It's classic. I've had this since this right here I've had since 1997. I don't even know if I've ever even switched it out, to be honest. And I have a sweet pedal on that for the cutoff as well down there. And then right over here I've got a Future Impact, which is a synth pedal, a DD7 delay pedal, which if you come over here, I have a tap. This is a tap for the delay, right? And then I've just got the regular bass equalizer, the Boss bass equalizer. And what I do with the bass equalizer is I don't, if you look through all of my systems, everything is basically mixed flat. I don't do any big mid-cut sweeps or anything. I just keep the mids flat. I keep the bass flat, the treble flat. Everything is basically flat EQ'd. But I'll just put a tiny bit of boost on volume and a tiny bit of boost on the bass on that right there, because I figure I play bass. So, that's the one thing that I should boost if I'm going to boost anything, is just boost the bass up a little bit and just make it thicker and warmer. That's my goal here. And then I got a second Future Impact, which is set to a different sound altogether. So, I've got right here is Future Impact 1 and Future Impact 2, and they're set to two different synth sounds. Right? And then I've got this is one of the most important sounds right here, is the Super Octave OC3. And I set that one, I turn the direct signal off, so you're only getting the effect, and the effect is 1 octave below what I'm playing. So a lot of octave pedals will mix your octave with the octave below or the octave above, and I take out the octave I'm playing and only put it. So it ends up being like a sub-bassy, electronic kind of sub-bass sound. And then you come over here, and this is the Little Fatty Moog synthesizer. So they got me muted here. They got us all muted here. But I play this for songs like We Like to Party, Feeling Twisted. There's about 6 or 7 songs in the set that I play on keyboards, and then for anything like tractor beam oriented, where it gets super electronic, and I want to have a side chain compression. Here's a side chain compressor down here, and we run the click into that pedal right there. So if the band is playing along with the click, that click hits that pedal, and it cuts the frequencies out on when the click hits. So you get like a reverse sweep over and over again, where on the beat it ducks all of my sound out, and then on the off beat it swells back in, and you get it's like a super authentic, almost like Odessa kind of EDM sound, like super authentic trance or house sound. And essentially, here we have a filter sweep pedal that controls the cutoff filter here up on this end. And pretty much everywhere that I can, I have a pedal to control the filter sweeps, to get the cutoff frequencies at different spots. Because when we go into like electronic stuff, that's such a big part of the sound is just the frequencies changing on the top. Sometimes the lines don't change, but the tonal quality of the lines change while you're playing them, and that's the movement in the music is just like frequencies opening up on a line that's staying the same. Such like a key element to house music and trance music. So I've got them on the synth pedal, the Moga pedal goes across the whole entire rig, so at any time I can do a cutoff frequency and play down into the sub. And I've got it over here on this mode. Alright, so this is an Elric bass. This is a custom bass that was made by a guy named Rob Elric, who works out of Chicago. I've never seen anybody play an Elric in all of my years being in a band now. I've had it since the year 2000. Until recently, Trevor from Goose has an Elric, and so that Elric is starting to get a lot of notoriety. With 2 jam band bass players now are playing it, not just one. I think it brings a lot of kind of credibility to have more than one, and especially one of the biggest bands. So, and then let's see if we can find my other bass. Come back with me.
That's a mod.
Are the other basses back here? There's the bass. All right, here. This is that's a Modulus Quantum 5. Right there. Beautiful bass. I do like this thing where when a bass company has a bass that I want, and then there's like one that's been sitting around for a while because maybe it's not the most popular look.
You guys, I gotta get here.
I'll grab it. I want the one that's not the most popular look. So that's like a tiger, like, it's like super 80s. And when I got it, it wasn't in style. But now everybody loves it. I've had it for like 15 years also. I got an Alembic upstairs in the practice room, and that's pretty much it.